You are here with Simply Swerve, Black Market, and Dorsey. We are here. This is the last show for Philly, the City Edition. We will officially be transferring to because I feel like it's starting next Wednesday. We want to thank you guys for all the support that you've shown us, all the love that you've shown us. It's the same show. We just going to a different name. Shout out to Castro. Shout out to Brandon. We're building a brand here. We're under that. We're building a brand, and we're under the umbrella. But it's our last show. It's Philly, the City Edition. We will be transferring to because I feel like it's the same show, same folks, same group, same gang. Um, and we here, we live, we ate real. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. But we thank y'all for tuning in to Philly, the city. And Philly, the city ain't going nowhere. Like don't get it misconstrued. Don't get it misunderstood. We still Philly, the podcast. We still Philly, the city. But we have a lot more things going on with the name. But the name don't matter. It does matter, but the name ain't changing nothing that we got going on. We still here for y'all, and we still very rock out. We still give y'all the content that y'all need. ZX1 Rider, what's happening? Anthony, I ain't gonna just on Anthony. I ain't gonna mess your name up. What's happening? We out here, and we gonna give y'all the content. Black, what's good?
What's going on, man? Things is changing. The world is changing. Sports is changing. Culture is changing. You know what I'm saying? Everything is everything, right? But it adjusts as the people adjust, as the times adjust, right? This is just an adjustment. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing but a little bit of straightening. Shout out, man. Rest in peace to Takeoff. You know what I'm saying? First off, you know what I mean? And his family. Things is changing. We had to get some things straight going forward. Some things we already talked about, but we on a good path. And we're gonna continue on that path with my three brothers. And we're gonna have other people around us supporting the brand. And tonight gonna be a good night and we're gonna go forward with it.
Yeah, man. I wish I ain't had the technical difficulties, man. I'm sitting here on my cell phone. I don't like that. It's weird. I look all big faced in the camera and whatnot, man. But
Yeah.
like you all said, man, we're here. Again, Philly, the city edition, like Swerve said, it's still going to be around, but we are coming out with something fresh, something new, back like we never left because I feel like it. And for anybody, who, knows Black, knows Swerve, knows myself, you're going to love, what Because I Feel Like It is about. Of course, already about sports. We've already been, blessing you with that, loving your intake and feedback on that. But we're also talking about life, and we're going to talk about the culture, man. And, just bringing something new, something different out there that everybody, can get in, get down with and be a part of. But on this platform, it's a little different platform. We have been on your Spotify's, on your different networks, and you can hear us doing the podcast thing. But now we got a whole different platform, and we're excited and loving it. And like Black said, man, it's about life, and as you said, R.I.P. to Takeoff. That in itself was crazy, man. And I mean, all of us have seen something like that, man. I swear, remember, when Wilmington was just going crazy for a minute, man. It seemed like there's a body or two every other day, man. So, I feel bad about that, brother. What's going on down there, but we all have seen it, all been a part of it, man. And let's just jump right into it, man. Fellas, how was
Yeah,
your day, man? What y'all get
I'm.
into?
I was just getting ready to say like. I want to start off. I want to start off by asking y'all, how are y'all doing? How are y'all doing this evening? How are y'all doing this? A lot of things. Like last week, I had technical difficulties. I work in the backwoods, and I was at work trying to do the show, and they kept logging me out. So I let y'all handle the show last week. I have no worries. I had no worries. I knew y'all was going to do a good job. But like, how was your week since the last time we got on here and conversed?
Oh, I'll start. You know, life is life, work is work, right? You got responsibilities everywhere. You know what I mean? You got a little bit of time to yourself. If you really successful, your time is limited. You know what I mean? So the time that you do have, you gotta capitalize on it. You know what I mean? And then understand that you have to protect your time.
Mm-hmm.
You got to protect it. You know, people have a misunderstanding with your time, right? When you say you're not doing anything, and somebody asks you what you're doing, and you say you're not doing anything, right? That doesn't mean you impede on my time. That means I'm doing nothing on purpose.
Yeah,
You feel what I'm saying?
I'm gonna.
That's
So Joe said last week he had a day off,
right.
but he told people he had a day off.
Mm-hmm.
So in turn, his day off turned into
Somebody
ripping
else's
and
day.
running for other people,
Right.
and that's not like like you said, when you out here grinding and working, if you have a day off, your day off ain't for other people. It's for you to actually enjoy. So
Mm-hmm.
I definitely get what you getting at, Black. Doris, how was your day?
Oh man, I can't complain at all. Got a lot of stuff done, a lot of things accomplished. Um, yeah, I mean it was a good day, man. Like I said, as far as what I did, it's the same old, for this week. You feel me? Get the kids, do what I need to do, and that's it, man. I can't complain at all. Um, Life has been wonderful, man. Like I said, thankful, we blessed. Um, I'm trying to get this issue with the computer straight now. I ain't gonna hold you. This phone thing is killing me. Like holding this phone up is killing me right now, man. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get it together, man. Is the worst right now. But yeah, I'm good, man. Like I said that we're gonna keep it all the way at Beam, man. I was a little upset that the Phillies lost. I'm not gonna front. I was upset, what happened last Thursday. Didn't like that too much. Um, and then, outside of that, man, just excited about the game next month, excuse me, this upcoming Monday. We hadn't watched any Eagles football in a good while, so I feel good about that, man. I'm definitely, looking forward to, seeing them birds get busy. And at the same time, we talked recently about them Sixers, man. Harden out for a minute. We're going to do what we need to do to get it done. Um, but yeah, man, life has been good. Life has been good, man. Family's good. Everybody doing well, man.
All right, so let's just jump right into it. Let's talk about that. Ain't no baby. Ain't no baby.
I ain't gonna hold you, brother. I'm a little upset we didn't pull the trigger on the kid Jonathan Abram, man. I really thought he would have been a great addition with the kid. Kayvon Wallace just ain't it. We had this conversation before, man. He
Yeah. I'm not
ain't
even.
it.
Yeah. I'm just. It's like this, right? When there's certain things in life or in general that ain't worth really throwing a hand up at. This is, I wanted him to get Abram, but at the same time, I'm like, can I be, you know, it don't really matter. You know what I mean? Because they still got to do what they got to do. You know what I mean? No matter what the situation is, they got, CGJ and another guy coming, Epps, they got him. You would like them to get another guy coming behind them, but at the end of the day, they gotta do what they gotta do. You know what I mean? They gotta do what they gotta do. So
They got
yeah, so
nah.
it's
I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
yeah, so you got that going on, and I'm just with the Eagles right now. When I can say I don't have any concerns, I really don't have any right at this moment. You know what I
No.
mean? I'm not gonna belabor the topic. of the Eagles as right now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's, to me, it's already been laid flat. They 8-0. We know what they got to do. Personally, we know what they got to do going forward. Oh my God! But what my darn
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
boy
So,
dropped the Blues.
so, so, like
Yeah,
my
but
issue, like I'm gonna hit y'all with this. Like I'm comfortable.
yeah,
You know what makes me comfortable, and y'all both know. Like we've been together doors for years. Doors. I know both of y'all for over 30 years, which is crazy. Like when I say that, like I've known both of y'all for over 30 years, right? Um, I usually be spazzing about what the Eagles need to do and what needs to happen. And you know what stops me from spazzing, what's been stopping me from spazzing, is that Cowboys fans are really, really attempting to hate the Cowboys hate is at an all time high. And it's really bad because it's like, oh, the easy schedule. I'm gonna address a lot of things. We're gonna talk about a lot tonight. I'm gonna start with this. Like the Cowboys fans have been nonstop hating on us. And that hasn't happened. Even the year we won the Super Bowl, the Cowboys fans didn't hate on us. Even when we had McNabb and T.O. and the Cowboys were down and they were sending out Quincy Carter and them to be quarterback, they they didn't hate on us the way that they're hating now. And the Cowboys have come up with every reason why the Eagles are 8-0. It's like the schedule is easy. You guys aren't playing anybody. Bruh, when they announced the schedules, the Cowboys had the easiest schedule in the league, right? The Cowboys tied. The Cowboys were tied. They were the 31st ranked schedule. I'm about to pull it up on my phone because I want to be 100% accurate when I address it. So the Cowboys had the 31st ranked schedule, and then CBS NFL strength of schedule for all 32 teams. Cowboys have it the easiest. The Rams face the toughest slate. The Cowboys were tied with the Washington Commanders for the 31st easiest schedule. That was when the day after the schedules came out, right? So I don't want to hear about the easy schedule. So and the Eagles right now have the 12th. Like after they recalculated to week 9, going into week 10, the Eagles have the 12th hardest schedule. The Cowboys have had the ninth hardest schedule. Cowboys fans are really living off of we beat the two teams that played in the Super Bowl last year, right? And I had to correct the Cowboys fans because he's like that's the first time it ever happened. First off, the Rams are garbage,
Very garbage.
and the Bengals are just got over 500 last week.
Hmm.
Right? Just got over 500. But it's not the first time it happened because Cowboys fans and their lame fan base be trying to create these scenarios and make it like so great. But the 2018 Tennessee Titans beat the Philadelphia Eagles and the New England Patriots in back-to-back weeks. And last I checked, the New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles played in the Super Bowl for the year 2017, and the Eagles won, right? So I'm so off of these Cowboys fans, but I this is how I know the Eagles are good. The Cowboys fans are looking for a reason to hate. So with that being said, I want to ask you guys this: is this the best Eagles team we ever seen? 8 weeks in.
um, talented, skill wise, maybe. And the reason I say maybe, at first I was like, yeah, you know, at first I was like, yeah, because I didn't see a whole lot of weaknesses I really don't see it now until Jordan Davis comes back to plug up that middle. I don't like Covey back there, and y'all know I've been a proponent of that. I don't care for him being back there at all. You know, even the 17 team had a kick returner, right? The 2004 team had Westbrook back there, right? So you had special teams. The Eagles have always traditionally had great special teams, right? So this year just happens to be an outlier. But I don't mess with the boy Covey. I don't care for him at all. I'm not even gonna front with y'all about that shit. You know what I mean? I just don't fuck with the boy at all. You know, other than that, I love this team. I love this team. I'm not on the whole, undefeated train. That's great. All I care about is, each day, each week is 1-0. Go 1-0.
Go
Right?
1-0 every week.
You go 1-0 every week. I don't mind them. I don't mind them losing a game or two, even 3 here in the season, as long as they don't lose any in the playoffs. That's the most important thing to me. So this team right now, skill wise and talent wise, to me, it's 1A and 1B. With the 17 team, just it all got put together at once, but the 14 team, or the 2014 with T.O. and all those guys, from the skill wise and toughness, that team to me is 1A and 1B. So that's what
All
I'm
right,
at.
all right. Doris, what's happening? Is this the best Eagles team you ever seen?
Yeah. Hands down. And me, I'll go roster for roster, position for position. I'll say it's the best team because the one thing that happened on the 04 team and the 2017 is that 2017 team, excuse me, was the injuries. We had a lot of backups playing, throughout that year. A lot of backups playing, even in the Super Bowl. Where this team right now, we've been blessed to not see the injury bug like that. Um, I'll point out something to you that was really like key in the '04 Super Bowl was the fact that Jamal Jackson was hurt at center and Hank Fraley played the entire season. That we lose our left guard and now we got guys like right guard. We got guys like Artis Hicks out there. That was clutch. We lose Chad Lewis. That was clutch. You come back with an injured T.O. You got guys like what's that one kid named Labinjo or something like that, a
Right.
linebacker.
Yeah.
There was way too many injuries on that actual team, and even roster for roster when they were 100%. I still think with the defensive ends that we have something better. That '04 team, you had the Freak, you had Hugh Jackson, ND Kalu. I love those guys, but we didn't get the best version of the Freak. We got a freak. We didn't get the freak.
We
So
didn't get them freak. We got freak elite. We got
we
freak
got
elite.
freak elite. We didn't get, what I mean? Then, you get a guy like Michael Lewis who was suspect in coverage. Hell of a banger, but suspect in coverage. Dawkins back there. Then you still got young Lido and a young Sheldon. Those guys were great, but they're not Darius Slay and Bradbury and Maddox. CD Deuce, you know what I mean? They weren't, a guy like Epps. Like these are young, hungry guys that are out there putting in that work. And then 2017, I mean, that was just a special team from
That's a
top to
year.
bottom. You know what I mean? And when you speak about the actual team overall, it's about winning games, making plays, and this team is making the plays when they count. They're playing together. They're doing everything they need to do. And, the biggest thing that we ran into thus far was the Jordan Davis move. I'll take it. Where 2017, we lost Darby the first game. We ended up losing, Carson throughout the season. We lost Sproles. We lost who else? Like there were just so many injuries to this point that when I look at that team, roster for roster, I think the potential of the younger guys here and the vets that we have is just better, man. It's just better. I'm seeing what
Yeah.
Vincent said. He said, not even close week, bro. 04 team was a good tackling team. This team is based more of coverage. Epps is backup on any. I don't know about that. But, I mean, he got a point, but I don't know if I agree with that. I think when Epps came out of college, he should have been, drafted in the first place. We just don't value guys like that. We too busy, dealing with somebody else's leftovers.
So
It is what it is.
I honestly
Yeah,
believe.
Jason Peters got hurt too. Yep, thanks, Drew. I
Yeah.
forgot, but I actually forgot Peters got hurt. We
Jordan
rocked out
Hicks.
with Vitae. Like,
Hicks too.
Why
Jordan
Ty
Hicks got hurt
yep,
too.
Jordan Hicks,
Yeah.
Sam Malu got hurt. Like, we ran into a lot of injuries
What's
that
the
year.
man? He was Chris Maragos got hurt.
Maragos, yeah,
A
special
lot
teamer.
of those
We needed
jokers,
him.
yeah.
Yep,
A lot
yep.
of them did.
I really believe this is the most talented Eagles team, 1 through 5-3 that I've seen in my life. Like, it's like this. If you go, this is what I'm about to say to y'all, and we are, and it's going to lead to my next question. But
I agree with
literally,
that.
yeah, Pat, shout out to my guy, Pat. Pat, thank you for turning in. Thank you for tuning in. I 1 through 5-3. 2004 was great, right? 2004 was great.
Right.
Offensively, McNabb played out of his mind, right? And we had T.O. Who was the number 2 receiver on that team?
Todd Pinkston.
Pinkston.
No, I
Who was
wouldn't
it?
even say that. It was
Greg
it was
Lewis.
it was Brian Westbrook, man.
No,
Oh,
no,
you
no,
talking
no,
about
no, no,
statistically or
no,
on
no, no.
like
I'm just
X
saying,
Y
no,
Z?
Brian
no, no.
Westbrook.
XYZ.
Oh,
XYZ.
XYZ.
Oh,
It's Pinkston. It was
Pinkston.
T.O. Pinkston, Freddie Mitchell, and Greg Lewis.
Greg Lewis, right? Then Westbrook was the running back. You had a great offensive line. Runyon and Trey Thomas were the tackles, right?
Yep.
So I'm asking you this, and this is just for Eagles fans. Would you take that offensive line or this offensive line if you were building a football team?
This offensive line.
yeah, I think I would take.
Right. Would you take this receiving core or that receiving core?
This was even all day.
Would you take that running back room or this running back room?
Oh,
That's a little tougher, and I'll tell you
Yeah,
why.
no, I get it. That's
Yeah,
where I struggle. That's where I
yeah,
struggle too.
yeah. You
But
got Westbrook. We had Westbrook. We had
Buckholder.
Buckhalter, who got hurt. Then once he got hurt, we brought in Dorsey Levens, and Dorsey
Levens.
Levens still was getting busy. And then you had the little brother Reno Mahi. You dig? So
yeah,
it was like they
Bad
still
BYU
put
enough.
some work.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So for offensively, this team's roster beats out 2004's roster 2 out of the 3 things that you want. And then you have Jalen, a young Jalen versus a prime McNabb, which I will take if you could put 2004 McNabb on this team, I would almost guarantee you. I would guarantee you a Super Bowl. But I think 2004 McNabb. I think 2022 Jalen is growing up
Mm-hmm.
and he's proving to everyone that he can be a franchise guy. And I, at the beginning of the year, I told you I bet Jalen Hurts to be the MVP, and everybody told me I was crazy. 8 weeks into the season, 9 weeks into the season, I don't look so crazy. And the tequila told me that.
I mean, you still look crazy, but the tequila be
Yeah,
the
yeah, you still look
tequila.
crazy. Yeah, you still look crazy.
So,
yeah.
so we agree this is definitely top 2 most talented Eagles teams we've ever seen, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get to the 8-0 thing that Vince was talking about, but I wanted to tell you all this. Like, the don't see Dan Orlowski basically say that The Eagles are undefeated, but anybody could lead this offense. Like Dan Orlovsky basically said that Jalen doesn't deserve the hype. He said Jalen was the MVP, but then on the back end he says anybody could really be in control of this offense, and I took that as total disrespect. Like
Yeah, I disagree with
because
that.
no, and I do too. And I'm going to say my piece, and then I'm going to let y'all go. Like Jalen Hurts runs an RPO. Like I hate when people be like, "This is just an RPO offense," because when you break it down, it's so much deeper than an RPO. It's so much deeper than like who said that it was a triple option, but the options are just different. I respect whoever said that because that's more accurate than a lot of people. But Dan Orlovsky said the Eagles are having success, and they would have success because whoever they would have success with whoever was the quarterback. Bruh, Dan Orlovsky, if you were the quarterback, we'd be 3-5 right now. We'd be 3-5. Mister Run out of the end zone for
He did.
safety wants to say that it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. The Eagles would be the Eagles will have this success. Jalen Hurts makes decisions on a split second based, but he does it based on film study. Like, bro, like he stop disrespecting this man. He don't have he's not gonna put up Josh Allen numbers because or Pat Mahomes numbers because he's not dropping back 50 times a game. He has a complete team. He has a top five rushing attack. He doesn't need to lead his team in rushing like Josh Allen does. He doesn't need to drop back 50 times like Pat Mahomes does. Jalen needs to analyze and make the right play, hand it off when he needs to hand it off, throw it to Dallas when he needs to throw it to Dallas, scramble a little bit when he needs to scramble. Stop disrespecting this man. Like it's pure hate. Like Dan Orlovsky, if you were the Eagles quarterback this year in your prime, we'd be 2-6 because you're a bum.
I'm gonna,
You're a bum.
I'm,
And I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna come back, but I'm gonna let y'all talk.
I'm gonna
Dan, you're a bum.
see. The thing is, I come from a different, train of thought. I can give two shits less about what they saying. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna just, keep it a buck. Like all that outside talk to me is just noise, right? The whole schedule thing. Everybody in the division play the same damn schedule. Everybody does outside of three specific games. Everybody plays the 14 opponents are the same. So why the hell are we worried about what another Cowboys fan is saying, what a Commanders fan is saying, what a Giants fan is saying, or anybody of another team is saying about what the Eagles are doing, right? In reality, the league as a whole is down, skill wise, being prepared, right? And the reason I say that is because the teams have put an emphasis on ensuring that their players are going to be healthy going into the season. Have they not? Right. So
Yeah.
guess what that means? Yes, they're getting the work in the individual practices, and then the team practices. Like say the Eagles are be in an inter squad scrimmage with the Titans, right? And then the preseason game is the very next day or the day after that, and the starters are sitting, right? And this is throughout the whole preseason. So your starters may get one series during the preseason, right? So now you come out to the regular season and y'all aren't together. Well, if your cornerbacks haven't run through real game issue situations in an actual real game that counts, you're behind the schedule. You're behind the ball. You know what I mean? So they may look good in week 9, but if you would have been prepared and ready to go in week 1, because y'all would have been on it is because if they understand, like, you are going to get hurt. Somebody's going to get hurt playing football. I understand you want them to be as healthy as they possibly can coming in, but they're going to be hurt. Yeah,
Jordan Davis.
hurt. You feel me? So you put all that together, and then you ask me again, understanding what the schedule, understanding that no individual team makes their schedule, understanding that each team in your division plays the same amount of teams, the same teams. Why the hell am I caring about what another fan thinking about the Eagles? They just took advantage of the situations presented to them, which they should.
Yeah, yeah, and I agree. But and this is how I know the Eagles are good. Tom Brady dominated a weak division for 15, 16 years. When Tom Brady was out there doing what he did, nobody ever was like, "Oh, you played the Jets twice, and you played the."
But hold on, Marv. Hold on, let me tell you something though. What exactly happened to Brady this summer? What has happened to him during the season? He has not been with his teammates because of personal reasons during the season and then before the season.
I addressed that when they lost to the Steelers. I said, I'm not letting Tom yell at me on a Sunday about missed assignment when you was at Bob Kraft's wedding on Friday. Like, you not
Right.
gonna yell at me.
Yeah.
You're not gonna yell at me you're not gonna yell at me for a missed assignment when you was out partying on Friday and you didn't come to practice on Saturday because you was at a wedding. Now you want to get up here on Sunday. I punched Tom. Like, Tom lucky he never played with me. Like, I'm big on this in life. We talk about this all the time. I don't care who you are, I'm gonna hold you accountable because I hold myself accountable. And if I ever do something in real life at my job or whatever, and it's on me and it was there on me, I man up and I'm like, hey, it's my fault. Once Tom Brady became Tom Brady, he lost a lot of accountability. And that's the difference between him and Peyton Manning. But that's a conversation for another day because you can see you can find clips of Tom Brady and Jeff Saturday who shouldn't be the head coach of the Colts. But that's how we gonna address that a little bit later. But you will see film of Jeff Saturday digging in Tom Brady. You will see film of Jeff Saturday digging in Peyton Manning's ass and correcting him, and Peyton Manning admitting that he's wrong. But you will never see film of Tom Brady, somebody telling Tom Brady, because Tom Brady doesn't hold himself accountable because he believes he's above whatever. But that's my spiel on Tom Brady. And I love Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning, year to go. So let me ask you guys this. We gonna keep the Eagles for a few more minutes. So 8 games in, Miles Sanders looks fantastic. Are we re-signing Miles Sanders?
Yes, you are. And it's going to be at a number that fits both of them. Fits the team and fits Miles. I don't see them letting him go because he's a homegrown guy. They drafted him. I don't see them letting him go. As long as he maintains his health this year, he's going to get a contract. We don't know what that contract is going to be. I could see it. And shout out to Mosher and Kaplan for saying something like saying I was listening to him maybe a couple of days ago in regards to Miles. It's going to be something in maybe a 3-year time frame. I can see it reaching maybe the 10 mil level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's going to be. I don't think it's going to be hit to 11 or 12. I think it's probably going to be at 10 mil a year with with some guaranteed money out there within the first year or two to keep him happy, because I think he too understands that he needs guys behind him to keep him fresh, and he's going to want to prolong his career. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, he's played all of his ball in the state of Philadelphia, in the state of Pennsylvania. You know, so
I think it's 3 years. It's 3 years, 26 with a bonus, like with the bonus. I think this is why I'm saying endorse. I don't know what you think. I see you got your face on like you thinking, but I think this.
I'm doing my GM thing. I think 10 million is too much, but I mean
I do
I'm
too.
hearing y'all.
I think 10 million is too much. I think it's like a 3 year, 21 million with like 3 million worth of bonuses. I think he's an $8 million guy. Like this is the first year he's been healthy, and we're getting a dose of healthy Booby. Like I like Booby a lot, and if I can have Booby behind that offensive line for 6 million, $7 million, I'm definitely okay with having Booby behind
yeah,
that line for But 10 million, I can't spend 10 million. I can't spend $10 million a year on my team. But 8 million, 7 million, 7.5, I'm good. I'm
hey,
definitely good.
Yeah,
and I
seven.
disagree. I'm gonna disagree with y'all on because I'm gonna tell you this: if you can give 9 or 10 mil or 11 to a broke down JP, you can give 10 to Miles. End the story.
But a tackle is more important.
So the tackle, JP,
There
listen.
was no. He was done. He was done when they did it
No,
2 years in a
it,
row.
it don't even matter because a broke down JP, a broke down JP is still top 30 at his position, top
Yeah,
35.
but
I can get.
every other play he was on the bench.
I feel like I can. Jeff Wilson Jr. Look! What's the ball we cut that was killing it for the 49ers?
Mostert.
Uh, Mostert. Like
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you
I
another
can
reason
find you a
why.
running back.
What you don't do is when you have a crew, no matter whether it's football, basketball, uh, Costco's, Sam's Club, you know, construction. When you have a crew that works together well, and you have a continuity there and a vibe there with these guys, you don't break it up, especially when they're young, because it sets a precedence to the rest of the guys. Granted, yeah, we understand that this is business, but I think Howie has learned his lesson in regards to maybe taking a few pieces away earlier than what they should have been taking.
I agree, but the in defensive alley. Oh shit! Did I just really say in I just really said in defensive Howard.
You did.
Whoa,
You did.
whoa!
You did.
Yeah, go ahead with that. No,
You
finish up.
did.
Don't go back.
I'm not gonna say in defense of Howie. I got
I'm
something
not.
to say, but I ain't
Go
gonna.
ahead,
I'm
say
not gonna start it off like that.
I caught myself. I said in defensive Howard. Hey, it's a business, and
Yeah.
I'm all right with that. Like Philly either does this. Like we've been lifelong Philly fans. We can all agree, right?
Right.
So either in all of Philadelphia sports, it's not just the Eagles. We either legit hold on to somebody longer than we should and overpay them, or we let them go a few years earlier than we should, or get rid of them.
Yeah.
Like let's look at the Phillies. The Phillies declined Segura. Why? It's not that they don't want Segura back, but Segura at 18.3 million. No, that doesn't fit what the Phillies are trying to do right now, right? So then you have certain situations like the Norman Brayman era, like the Reggie White. We never should have let Reggie walk. Like it's certain we've made mistakes. We shouldn't have let Reggie walk. We definitely shouldn't have let Reggie walk. We traded Allen Iverson. I thought trading Allen Iverson was good for us at the time. Like I love AI for the city, but AI wasn't bringing us a championship. And it's times you have to blow certain things up. So we missed on Reggie. AI was good. Randall was. They said Randall was washed. He went and did his thing in Minnesota, but everybody did their thing in Minnesota. I
Right.
could have went and did my thing in Minnesota. So it's like we didn't trade. Like, I'm getting ready to get to Kareem Hunt. Like if you have Kareem Hunt and Miles Sanders and they both want the same money this year as free agents, then you probably go sign Kareem Hunt because Kareem Hunt
Ooh,
has been sturdy. Kareem Hunt hasn't been as injury prone as Miles Sanders. But this year, we I discussed that on the podcast with my buddy on Friday. This year we've got
pain.
a healthy Miles Sanders, and Miles Sanders has played 60% of the snaps. And it's like if this guy playing 60% of the snaps is like a really good running back in the NFL. Like, and I don't know, like Miles Sanders at this clip behind this line is just as good as a Kareem Hunt that we've seen. So I mean, for the money, do you pay a guy who's been here and been part of the system and understands that he might not get the 22 carries a game, or do you go out and sign a Kareem Hunt? I'm all right if Miles Sanders is healthy. I want to keep him. Hey, he's not healthy because it's a career. Because Miles Sanders has touched the ball. Miles Sanders, Vincent. Miles Sanders has literally touched the ball almost. He's at 80% of his normal touches, and we're only halfway through the season. It's just that happens sometimes. But I'm gonna let y'all guys go ahead. I just Dorsey, go ahead. I just was
Well,
voicing my
yeah, I mean, it's great that we can sit here and have this conversation about Miles because over the last couple years, I mean, like Vincent said, he's left a lot of meat on the bone. And I agree. I like Miles. I know what he can bring. I'm rooting for Miles. I want Miles to do, everything, but everything that we know he could, and should do. But at the end of the day, numbers to numbers, talent, skill, whatever, he's Saquon. And when I look at the numbers financially, you look at what Saquon did his first year. Yes, statistically, he had over 1,000 yards of 1 year, 1,000 the next year, X amount of touchdowns. But financially, you are who you are. I don't care how much you do on the field. They value you the way that they value you, and that's the unfortunate part. I'm looking at Saquon's numbers right now. He's guaranteed his average. Excuse me, this year is 7.7. 7.7 mil. Behind him, Austin Eckler, who is better than Saquon, James Conner, who is worse than Saquon, Leonard Fournette, who is worse than all three of them, and Naeem Hines. They're all between $6 and $7 million, and we know these are not the same running backs. So unfortunately, it's the position. And I know, like, and Kareem Hunt made $6 million this year. Like, nah. Oh yeah, Vincent. I don't even want to get into Penn State running backs. That's a whole different conversation altogether. But yeah, I think how we value certain positions more. It's going to be the offensive line, the defensive line. That's where the money is going to go. It's going to go, towards our quarterback. But as you see, he actually did the right thing. Like you said, I'm not defending Howie. I'm just going to look at it and say he knows he has a quarterback still under a rookie deal. He put all the money into AJ. He's got Smith is on a rookie deal. They already signed Goddard. They already signed Mailata. Uh, uh,
Lane's
uh,
locked up.
Lane's locked up. Landon's on a rookie deal. Kelsey's on a when I feel like I decide to leave deal. Say Amalu,
He
like
just
we're
get
good. like
Kelsey getting paid a beer. Like I literally will buy Kelsey however many things he
exactly.
needs to make him show up on Sunday.
So
And he
like
can go.
Y'all explaining all that, right? Gets back to the original point I made. Why am I worried about the Philadelphia Eagles?
what you mean?
They're in a good spot right
Oh
now.
yeah, we're in a great spot. Great
You
spot.
know,
Great spot.
I'm not concerned about what a hater got to say about the Philadelphia Eagles. Right now, it's just about maintaining good health, getting better each week, and improving. You know what I'm saying? Like did we expect them to take a leap forward this year? Yes. Did I expect the league to be this bad this year? No. But the way
No.
things were trending in the league in regards to how they were, the practice habits and what they were doing with the players, I can see how that can happen. Because now you're looking at the quarterback pool. Quarterbacks are pretty much average. You look at the skill position players, and couple that with the coaches, you're going to have. It's almost like we're about to go through an epidemic in the league. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. You just reminded me. Somebody said, and I'm trying not to cuss because somebody said if you swap Justin Fields and Jalen Hurts, the Eagles would still be 8-0, and that pissed me off.
And you can't let it. You can't let it, man. Because look. Me and you, Marv, me and you, Dorsey. We've had this conversation over the last year, right? What exactly did we tell people to do? We told them to be patient.
Be
We
patient.
told them to be patient with the team as a whole. They need to grow. The coach needs to grow, right? The defensive coordinator needed to grow. And all we heard, and I'm not going to point out anybody in particular, but I'm just going to tell you the truth. All we heard is Hurts is trash. He's not the guy for the Eagles. Right? He's going to be going after this year. They're going to get somebody else. They're going to get Russell Wilson. What up, Russell? You still suck. We're going to get this guy. I hope they get this guy. I hope they get this coordinator. I hope they get this coach. That's all we heard for a year and some change. And the only thing we said was practice patience with this team. And I'm not the type of person to say, "Well, I told you so," but I know a hypocrite when I see it.
Hey, Philly, the podcast. What if we are great and the league is weak at the same time? What if it's both? What if we're blossoming into a really, really great team at the same time that the league is weak? Because I feel like that was the Bill Belichick. That's how Bill Belichick became a G. He was blossoming into a great coach at the same time the league was weak. Like, y'all want to feel me? Like, we don't hold, and I'm going back to it because, like, brother, the Patriots have gotten them past. Tom Brady has gotten them past for so long. Like, the league wasn't good. Tom Brady had to beat Peyton Manning and Big Ben, and the rest of the league wasn't good. You might have had to.
Let me tell you something. Though. The one thing I am not going to take slander for is understanding that the Indianapolis Colts let Nick Sirianni out of the building and have now fired the coach that he was working under.
Right.
But yet you have Sirianni sitting here with an 8-0 record. Thank you, Jim Irsay, for that gem you gave us. You provided us.
He was definitely.
I'm not going to belabor that point either, because I have a lot of points.
He was perked up.
I have a lot of points. You know what I'm saying? We definitely we're not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to do that. Because it's about celebrating. It's about celebrating this team, and that's what we're going to do. Because I am tired. I'm tired of the haters. I'm tired of the back and forth. Because you're going to have some people within the Philly contingency. You're going to have some people outside the Philly contingency waiting for them to fail. And then the first thing they're going to say is, well,
I told you Jalen Hurts
I
wasn't
told
the guy.
you so. They wasn't going to be good, and I'm tired of that. I'm tired of it. So go ahead, Marv.
I mean, honestly, this is what I tell people, right? I tell people this. This is what I tell the Cowboys haters. I tell every hater in the league. I said, what was the win total? I don't base it on a lot of things. What was the win total for the Eagles, right? Win expectations. The expectation was 7.5. Then after draft night, it went from 7.5 to 10. It went from 7.5 to 10, which was a 2.5 game jump. 10.5, a 3 game jump. I said, Vegas said, with everything that was going on, even after we got A.J. Brown and Jordan Davis and the Kobe Dean, that we were going to win 10.5 games. We were going to win 10.5 games, right? They
Yeah.
said
Welcome back.
Vegas said we were going to win 10.5 games after we got AJ Brown and Jordan Davis. We were going to win 10.5 games. What's our record right now?
8-0.
8-0.
So for everybody who's hating, I'm like, yo, a team that was only supposed to win 10 games this year is 8-0 with the same schedule, with the same schedule that was laid out since May.
The same schedule Dallas got, the same schedule the Commanders got, the same schedule the Giants got. So no, I don't want to hear the excuses. I don't care for them. It don't
You
matter to
played
me.
the schedule.
I'm telling you, it don't. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Only thing that matters to me is them being healthy and continuing to get better. That's it. Because there's nothing
Bruh,
here to say to me at this point. Nothing.
7.5 before the draft, 7.5 before the draft, 10.5 after the draft. We played 8 games, and we're 2 games. We're literally 3 games away from what Vegas predicted. So Vegas said that we were only an 11-win team, right?
Yep.
Vegas said we were only an 11-win team. So if Vegas says that we're only an 11-win team and we're out here doing this, come on, man. Hey, Lonely B,
Right.
I don't know if you're a Cowboy fan. I don't know what's going on with you, but you're absolutely right. There's a chance that we finish 10-7, and if we do finish 2-7, we still make the playoffs. And if we finish 2-7 and end up 10-7, we go on at the wild card and we go win the Super Bowl. But the odds maker said we were gonna. It was a chance that we wouldn't win more than 8 games. We've won the 8 games, and then they said, "Oh, you got AJ Brown and Jordan Davis, so it's a possibility that I know it's a possibility that you might win 11 games." And they keep finding a way to disrespect it. First off, and we were supposed to talk MVP, and Jalen Hurts is my MVP midseason. I love Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes is my guy. They took Tyreek Hill from him, and he's still going out there and performed at a really really good rate. Honestly, Tyreek Hill is my MVP if I can be honest. Tyreek Hill is my MVP mid-season, but we all know the MVP goes to the a quarterback. So I really feel like they should make a best quarterback award and then the MVP award. Tyreek Hill is the MVP of the NFL right
And then I'm gonna jump in here and I'm gonna tell you something that whether I don't care if people like it or not, guess what? It's time for Tom and Aaron to go ahead and take the same retirement class at the same time. Pick a date, come this January, and go to the same retirement classes. Please.
Hey, I got a question
It's
for
time
you.
for them to go.
I got a question for you, Black. Didn't the Packers take Jordan Love in front of Jalen Hurts?
Yep.
Hey, thank you, Packers. Literally, it's just like this. Like Tyreek Hill, like, and I'm not even. I'm a. Everybody accuses me of being like this huge Philly guy, right? But in all reality, Tyreek Hill is the MVP of the league.
I
Tyreek
don't know
Hill.
about that. I don't know about that. I gotta stop you.
I
You talking
can't go
crazy now.
that
You
far.
talking
No,
crazy.
no.
You talking
Yeah.
crazy.
No,
Because
bruh.
I'm
if you
doing
take
phone. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Tyreek Hill off that team, they still gonna win. That's what MVP is about. You
No, they not. They not.
yes,
They
they
not,
are.
bro. Tyreek Hill done did it with Skyler. He look Tyreek Tua and Bridgewater. Tyreek Hill got 1,000.
They're gonna be all right, man. With or without Tyreek, they're gonna be fine. The Eagles, the Bills, the Chiefs are all teams that if they don't have their quarterback, they're in trouble. But I ain't saying you replaced a Tyreek like he ain't
Yo,
shit.
Hey,
listen what I'm about to
hey,
tell
He
you.
ain't
Listen
no
what I'm about to
MVP.
tell you.
hey.
Case Keenum grade lead the Bills to 3-1 record without Josh Allen.
Hey,
Yeah,
Sauce Gardner. Sauce Gardner.
Sauce Gardner is legit.
Sauce Gardner,
Sauce is,
man.
Sauce is balling.
That dude is a legit, right
Defensive player of the
now,
year and defensive rookie of the
lockdown
year.
cornerback.
Yeah.
Right now. This dude is a legit lockdown cornerback.
Yeah.
No mistakes. They would say, you know what,
Yeah.
he has issues in zone. Okay, great. Just don't play the zone.
He's not his own
Sauce,
corner. It's like
Just don't play the
Nami.
zone. Don't
It's
play
like Nami
zone. On
Asamoah
his
all
side,
over again.
let him travel with whoever he gonna travel with.
Exactly.
Who
He's not
cares?
his own corner. He's not his own corner. I don't want you to be good in zone if I know you can play man. That's
Zone,
like
look,
us.
man. Sauce, man. Look, bro. I mean, I see. Obviously, we saw Zion. We saw a couple other folks come through, right? We saw a couple more folks come through. Sauce is legit, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I don't see no flaws in his game.
Yeah, he's polished. He's polished. He studies well. He definitely is trained up, and I understand why they went out there and took
Oh, wait,
him as early
hold
as
on.
they did.
Vincent said Sauce can't handle speed. Well, he sure took care of Diggs, didn't he? Really good. Really good.
Sauce is the real deal.
Yeah. He had
Nah,
Diggs
Quincy.
walking off. He had Diggs walking off that field with an L.
Nah, Quincy. Sauce played man.
Yeah,
Sauce played man. Sherman was zone. Sauce played man. Dez exposed Sherman every time he got the chance to go against Sherman. Sauce just locked up Diggs.
Yeah. And then them picks that Allen threw was to who?
yeah.
Sauce.
One to
When he was
Sauce,
targeting Diggs.
one to
So
Sauce, and one. I don't know who the hell he was looking at when he threw that first
Bro,
interception.
you know what I'm about to tell you? And that's why like we had this conversation. Like cats be disrespecting Lamar Jackson, but when Josh Allen played the Dolphins, Black, I showed you the film that the Bull posted in the group.
mhm.
Josh Allen thrown 7 interceptions. Josh Allen should have thrown 7 interceptions versus the Dolphins.
Yep.
Josh Allen should have thrown 7 interceptions. The Dolphins DBs just couldn't catch. Like he hit the Dolphins DBs in the chest and the face mask 7 times.
Because there's no difference between Josh Allen right now and Josh Allen from 3 years ago. It's just that he has better pieces around him.
That's it. They hid the defects by adding Diggs and adding or Davis giving him a shot, adding, all these different pieces. I just said that to somebody the other day. I'm like, he's still the same guy. I remember they played the Texans in a playoff game in Texas. Game on the line. This brother took 3 straight sacks. He lost 30 yards on one drive because he couldn't make the throw. If I'm playing Josh Allen, I'm letting you run around all the hell you want. That's what you want to do. Go ahead and do it. I'm not worried about that cat. And I hate the comparison when Shannon Sharp does it. He's like, come on, Skip. Let me tell you about this. Me too. Josh Allen's my MVP. Bruh, are we watching the same game? Like, for you to be a Hall of Fame player, yeah, I'm like, you're not watching the same game.
Shock value, man.
Yeah.
Shock value. Red Stripe. This is the Philly City edition. And we're going to be...
are you advertising? They ain't giving us no money?
No. I'm about to let them know.
Yeah, that's got to change.
Like Philly the podcast, Philly the City edition, Red Stripe. I drink this all day if y'all going to send us some money. So tag Red Stripe in the post. Because
it's good beer.
Yeah, we got to talk about that money.
Hooray beer. I'm talking about that bread. Like Red Stripe.
Hooray beer.
Yeah,
man, but no.
Money, man. We got to talk
and basically what we're saying right now is, man, every team around the league has defects. We know what ours happens to be. Everybody knows it's special teams and it's the run game when Jordan Davis isn't in there. When we look around the league and we see what the so-called top teams are, it's almost like I'll see you in January. Let's see where you are then. Let's see what you're doing, man. That's it. Nobody else really, matters. I'm not too concerned with what they're doing because we're the top dog. We ain't got to argue with nobody. All we got to do is just, everybody, get your gear on, pad up. Let's get ready for Monday night, man.
Hold on. Vincent, what cornerbacks tackle in the league? Name me the cornerbacks that tackle in the league. I know the cornerbacks that tackle in the league. I want you to name me the cornerbacks that tackle in the league. The Eagles cornerbacks cover because that's what they ask them to do. We're not asking our cornerbacks to tackle. We're asking them to cover. Like, I don't want Darius Slade making the tackle. I don't want Bradbury making the tackle. I want them to cover. Why do I care about my cornerbacks making the tackle? Because there's 9 other guys on the field that should be making the tackle. Like, I don't care. My cornerbacks can be the lowest rated tackling cornerbacks in whatever metric you use to rate tackling. I hope my cornerbacks are the lowest rated. But what are they rated when you use the metric as far as covering? Because the last I checked, I have a top 2 of my cornerbacks are in the top 7 in coverage and pass deflections and doing what their job is actually what they're supposed to do. Zach McPherson is a great corner. Ain't Quincy, stop. See, you talking as a Cowboys fan. What DB on the Cowboys is bringing down Henry? What DB on it? Because he's going to run for 300. He's going to run for 261 yards against the Cowboys. And they're going to run at Micah Parsons the whole game because Micah Parsons is horrible against the run. Quincy Blackstock. Black, your little brother tripping. The Titans are going to run at Micah Parsons. The Titans literally. No, I'm not putting the beer down. You just said that. No, and maybe I am because I just hate the fact that you're a Cowboys fan. But I agree. No DB is bringing down. But I just want y'all to lose against the Titans. But no, I'm with you, Quincy. But we're run. I hope the Titans just run straight at wherever 11 lines up because I'm a hater. No defensive back is bringing down. No defensive back is bringing down any good running back in the open field. Like
Allison, real quick, Allison,
no good running back. No.
Yeah, Allison. Real quick, Yeah, McPherson is a good tackler, but what we do need is, if anything, if we're talking about the slot corner, we need what's his name? What's our slot corner's name, right?
Maddox, Avante.
Yeah, we need Avante to tackle better because he was man, he diagnoses the play great and he tackles great normally. But these
Nah,
last
he be
couple,
hitting people like he's 6'3". He
yeah,
be hitting with the shoulder.
yeah, but
Bro, you
sometimes
175 pounds.
sometimes he be missing. He gets the trust me. He diagnoses the play great, but when he overruns the play a lot because I know he sees it. He just has to slow down and square up. You know what I mean? And that's Maddox's issue because he did that a lot against the darn Texans on that screen. They threw that screen 4 or 5 times and he overran that guy each time. Like, bro, you diagnosed it. Once you get there, slow up.
Slow up.
That
Slow
way,
up.
even if you get blocked, at least you slowed that play up enough so the other guys can trail and tackle.
Contain.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, fam, slow your ass down. You know what I'm saying? Slow down. You gave up at least 3 first downs doing that.
Yeah, I agree. Quincy, you know I gotta give you a hard time. You're a Cowboys fan. Vincent, let me ask you a question. How many teams run a jet sweep? Like you acting like the jet sweep is a regular part of an NFL offense. Bruh, the jet sweep, like the 49ers run it with Debo. Like we ran it with Pascal when we failed. Like, bro, don't nobody be running the jet sweep. Corners jobs, like in today's NFL, you don't need a corner. You don't need a corner to tackle. We not 20 years ago. We don't need a Champ Bailey. We don't need a Rob Woodson. I said 20, but that's 30. We don't need a Champ Bailey. We don't need a Dion. You don't need a. The last corner that came up and played the run like mad efficiently was probably Darrell Revis.
Yeah.
Like the game has changed, bro. Like if you get a jet sweep, Scott Turner runs Samuel on jet sweeps. I know I have Samuel on my fantasy team. Samuel had 33 yards rushing last week. He ran 2 jet sweeps. He had a big over the top play, bruh. Like y'all really like who? And I'm trying not to curse. Are y'all really telling me that we need a corner? I go play corner. Like if they run 20 jet sweeps. If teams start running 20 jet sweeps, I'm 6'3", 300 pounds. If you see me out corner on first down, that means they expecting the jet sweep.
We need, you know what, man? We need to get
They running a jet sweep with my fat ass out there on the corner.
Next
nobody
week.
runs.
You know what? I'm gonna get Marv address. I'm gonna send him some wine. You know what I mean? So he'd be a little bit more mellow when he comes down.
Jet sweep happens. Yes, Allison. The jet sweep happens.
Oh my god!
The jet sweep happens just like every 35 years. Magoo has a nice verse. The jet sweep happens.
My man.
Every
He can't help it, man.
every 8 years, every 8 years, an attractive woman hits on me and tries to take me home too. But I don't plan on that every time I go out to the bar. Are we game planning for a jet sweep? Like,
We gotta let him get it out.
Gotta
Black.
let that one go, man. We gotta let that
I'm
one go.
pretty sure, like when you go into the room, no.
Oh my god.
Curtis Samuels. Okay, Allison. Curtis Samuels on the jet sweep. The Redskins, the Commanders is probably going to run 65 plays on Monday. How many of them are going to be a jet sweep? How many of them? I had a better chance of winning the Powerball on Monday than the Redskins running 5 jet sweeps.
Whew.
Allison, what do you drink? If the Commanders run more than 3 jet sweeps, I will send you a bottle of wine. because you look like you drink wine. If they run more than 3 jet sweeps, I will send you a bottle of wine because nobody runs a jet sweep. We're not running a wing T offense. We're not running, we're not the jet sweep. They just do that to keep the defense honest. Like they do it one time to keep the defense honest. Then the second time you run it, the defensive end smashes the little punk ass receiver that you sent on the jet sweep, and they delete it from the playbook. Like Curtis Samuel.
We got to get off this topic, man. What's the next topic, man?
No. It pisses the jet sweep, bruh. We are in 2000.
I'm talking about a jet sweep for another 15 minutes.
That ain't even a play in Madden. Like that's not even a play in Madden.
I'm not doing it. What's the next topic, man? I mean, all right. So
look at Vincent. So hold on, Jordan Davis runs the quarterback down at 6'6". You make up excuses. No one's talking about a jet sweep. I'm taking a sweep outside. Bro, when Jordan Davis is in the game, you have to attempt to run outside. And then it's Vincent, my guy. If Jordan Davis is in the game, he collapses the middle of the defense. And it forces you to have to figure out a way to run outside because there's no way for you to run in the middle, right? So if Jordan Davis is there, the run outside is expected, and therefore the defense is prepared for it, my guy. I really like you, Vincent. I'm giving a class on certain things on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I want you to come watch the breakdown.
No, Segura's not coming back.
Segura's not coming back. Q, I addressed that earlier. Like, not at $18 million, not at $18 million. He can come back for about 5.5, 6 million, but he's not coming back at 18 million. They can pay me 2.3. I go out there and play second base, my fat ass. I go out there. They can pay me a Patron. I go out there and I turn some double plays and I could bat 222. Ain't that what he batted? He batted 222. I know I could bat 222 at the major league level.
All right,
I bat 400. I bat 400.
We're gonna cycle up off this football thing for a minute.
Had to let him get it out, man.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving.
Yo, y'all done got me fired up tonight.
Kyrie Irving.
Man.
What are y'all feelings on that? I'm gonna let y'all go first on that one.
My feelings are I gotta be mindful of what I say.
Yeah.
And that's what Kyrie should. That's the advice I give Kyrie. Be mindful of what you say, meaning do your research first. Don't just speak out, because sometimes emotion will get the best of you and it'll come back to bite you in the butt, because a lot of what he said is going to be taken out of context. It's going to be taken a certain way, but he's not lying. He's not wrong. A lot of what he's saying is true if you do your research and you look into it, but that's not how it came out.
Right.
He just started backing something without the proper knowledge, and he didn't give himself a chance to explain. Now you have no choice but to try to moonwalk on out of this. But essentially, someone like him, like someone in the spotlight, like he is, someone who has put themselves in a few awkward positions, needs to be extremely mindful of what he is saying and doing.
Right.
That's my whole take on that, man. Because again, if you, like I said, yeah, Quincy, if you look at what he's talking about, he's not wrong, but you have to be mindful of what you say. You have to, like, it's tough, man. It's tough. Like I mean, and it's not like he's, his play has been outstanding over the last couple years. So it's like they're just beating him down and beating him down and beating him down. And I think again, if you want to make a difference, if you want to do the right thing, you need to educate yourself if you're trying to educate the people, not just yell and ramble and scream out, inaccurate and ignorant things. That's my take on that, man.
I feel like this. We all come from different walks of life, right? Like, you Muslim, you Christian, you Jewish, you whatever. You have the absolute right to speak on whatever you speak on. But the way the world is set up is you have to understand that when you speak on certain things, there's going to be certain consequences and repercussions.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying Kyrie is right or wrong because I'm never and if y'all know me, you're right. I don't care if you're right or wrong. You have the freedom of speech, but you have a freedom with what comes with freedom of speech. There's consequences, and we've held everyone accountable for their speech. So we've heard people from a different angle, and you know what? Before I go on to what I'm going to say is that Walk, you just said what I was back exactly what I was about to say. You do and you say what you feel your life can handle. And Walk, you hit that right. I was just about to say that. So you have freedom of speech, and there's consequences with your freedom of speech. I'm not saying Kyrie is right or wrong. I grew up. I grew up on the Bible. I grew up and I was told Jesus had hair of wool and feet of brass. And if you're a Christian and you read the Bible, you grew up and read that Jesus has hair of wool and feet of brass. I look at Black, his hair look like wool.
Yeah.
I take my shoes off, my feet are brass. So I don't need to go. I don't feel like I don't need to go out my way to prove a point because that's where we get caught up going out of our way to try to prove a point. You understand? Like we and that can relate to what we the whole base of our podcast tonight. We're going out of our way to prove the Eagles are legit because they 8-0. But they 8-0. Why are we going out of our way to
Because that's
prove?
what the people want, man. That's what they want to hear, man. You got
No, but you get what I'm saying? Like, why are we going out our way to prove the Eagles are legit because they're 8-0? If the same Bible, because we all read the King James version. If you're a Christian, you read the King James, or you read the NIV, or you read a certain Bible, right?
Yep.
In all of those Bibles, it says Jesus' hair was wool and he had feet of brass. So, and a lot of people have been trying to get me involved in the debate. I don't debate certain things. That's what I won't because the same Bible, no matter if I'm black, if I'm white, if I'm Aryan Nation, the Bible says Jesus' hair was of wool and his feet was of brass. So I have no debate. I've stopped debating that. You know how long ago I stopped debating that? I'm 41 years old. I'm 41 years old. I literally stopped having that conversation. I read the whole Bible. I read the Bible and I read the Quran. I read the Bible and I read the Quran. I'm not 20 years old. I was 21 years old. And if you believe, it's all about how you interpret it, right? It's all about how you interpret it. And it's all about how it's presented to you. But, bro, my aunt went over there. Whatever you believe in, I support you. But if we all following the King James version, if we all supporting the King James version, right? His hair was wool. If you believe in Jesus, his hair was wool, and his feet were brass. I mean, I know some white people that get a really really good tan. I know some people that get. I know they get a good tan, but their hair is still straight. Even then, black people get a perm to make their hair straight. White people get a perm to make their hair curly. But even if you get your hair curly, even if they get their hair curly, it still don't feel like wool. You see this?
Let me.
My hair about 7 inches long. It feel like wool. I bet, but I don't. I just love everybody.
Let me tell you something.
ESPN doing the most. They done had a rabbi on there talking about how Kyrie done hurt his kids' feelings and everything. That was a little bit too much. Because I feel like when Jason Williams said it, he said, when people come up in blackface or you watch the Django and they say the N word, N word, N word, don't nobody meet with the Black Caucus to apologize. Like, we've been offended, and I'm not even trying to go there. I'll go there on my own time because I'm about to start my own channel. But when you offend me, don't nobody go to don't nobody got to meet with my reverend to apologize. Don't nobody call on Minister Farrakhan. Don't nobody bring Minister Farrakhan on ESPN and make, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was.
Let me tell you something though.
I'm so fired up right now because I'm about to deliver a sermon. It's about to be a pastor.
Let me tell you something though. All right. So we're gonna cut this off at this final point on this. Right. No one is disagreeing with, I guess in the black community, no one's disagreeing with Kyrie. That's not the point though. The point though, as a grown man or woman, know your audience. When you have a message, whatever the message is and whatever you're going to speak on, make sure you know everything about it. Because one tweet gets out to billions of people. One video gets out to billions of people. That's where they hold you at fault. Because you should understand when you sign these contracts with Nike, Adidas, or whoever it may be, you sign those contracts for millions of dollars, you are held to a higher standard than the regular working person because you are a walking millionaire. So they expect you, their expectations and standards are different for you than they are for a regular working man or woman, right? So when you take that into consideration, understanding that Kyrie has been a working man, black man in America for these since 2011, he's been in the league, right? For 11 years. You've been representing the NBA. You've been representing Nike, whatever other brands you signed on for to represent, for them, to represent them. So your message, understanding that you are a representation of those brands because you signed those contracts. You need to understand the expectations and the standards. That's where they got him. I don't think that there's one bone in Kyrie that has an ounce of malice in it. I don't. I don't think he's a bad person. I just think that he doesn't have. Sometimes it's like this, right? Some of the smartest people on earth, some of the smartest people on earth that have the greatest communication skills ever lack common sense and situational awareness, right? And then when they lack those two things, the third thing that they don't understand is, or they do know it, is that they don't think everything applies to them. Well, the minute you sign these contracts, all of that shit applies to you.
Yeah.
If you do not want it to apply to you, don't sign the damn contracts. That's really, it's that simple. You know what I mean? Because a lot of this could have been avoided. Right? If you don't feel like you need to answer to nobody, cool. Don't sign shit. Because then you don't, you know what I mean? You're not locked into a mortgage, you're not locked into a car payment, you're not locked into a contract for a job. None of that. You ain't got to worry about answering to nobody if you ain't signed nothing. But understanding that you did, those are standards and expectations that come with it. And these things that are happening to Kanye and happening to Kyrie are the examples of that. I don't like that it's happening to them, but don't sign that shit. Be your own business. Be your own brand. Don't if you go on business with yourself, you ain't got to worry about nobody else. Enter a partnership with yourself.
What's your
That's the
shit?
bottom line. So that's the last word on that one.
I don't care. I'm back.
The next thing is I do want to say one thing that's off topic. Women, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it, and I know some people ain't going to like it, but it is what it is. I have a real problem with people, men, whether it's old white men or old black men or old men in general, of any race, creed, or whatever it is, telling women what they should or shouldn't do with their bodies.
Wait.
I have an issue with it. I
No,
always have, and as I got older, it really bothers me.
you can open up a conversation that they not.
I'm like, yo, I understand. Like, granted, yes, if a woman decides she wants to have a baby, that's her choice, right? That's her choice. You know, I understand that there are situations that happen that really shouldn't happen to women, like rape and all that stuff. I understand that. So don't say I'm saying anything negative on that. I'm not saying that. However, whatever she chooses to do with her body is her choice. You see what I'm saying? Because the other thing about it is, no one's saying anything to somebody that's 50 something years old and not a 50-year-old white man or black man or Puerto Rican man that's out of shape. Are you, you know what I'm saying? No one's telling you how to deal with your body. So why is you worried about hers? Let her make her choice.
No, my issue
gotta go work out.
is this. My issue is I hate when a man tells a woman that she's not marriage material. And I'm not I don't have on a cape because I hate women just as equally as I hate men. No, I hate everyone. Like that's what people need to realize. Like I'm not sauce. I love everyone and I hate everyone.
Everybody can get it.
But as a man, I would never tell a woman that she's not marriage material. Because because you aren't marriage material for me doesn't mean that you're not marriage material for the next guy. So don't tell a woman to do with her body. If you want to go get a BB, what is it, a BBL? Go get a BBL.
Yeah.
Type. I'm not saying that you ain't it for the next guy, but it just ain't it for me. But guys, y'all gotta stop telling women that they're not marriage material because they don't fit your criteria. Because
Wait, hold on. One thing real quick, Marv. One thing real quick.
Because if a woman tells the same dudes that tells women they aren't marriage material, if a woman tells them they aren't a real man, they get really defensive and they get really upset and they get emotional. So the same way you take a woman telling you you're not a real man, what a real man does, it's the same thing when you tell a woman that she's not marriage material. And I'm speaking up like I've been told I wasn't a real man, but you know what? Bitch, you done had 35 boyfriends in the last 17 weeks. I'm not worried about your definition of a man. Catch me on my OnlyCans. That's on my OnlyFans, but it's my OnlyFans. But on my OnlyFans, I drink beer that's only in cans, and that's why I call it only cans because real men only drink beers out of cans. But saying come on, man, how you tell me what a real man is? And
it be the ones though. The men that say that be the ones that be the brokest ones.
Yeah,
they have the least. You have the least to offer, but the most to say.
You put $8.
The ratio is out of pocket. You have the least to offer, but the most to say. So how about you get this? How about you get this side up, where you can offer her something, where you can offer her.
Offer her,
and maybe she saw, and just maybe if she saw that you was worth some shit, maybe she would meet you halfway. You know what I mean? Like I see, you don't be wrong, and don't send me wrong. You know what I mean? Like there are women out there that ain't right either, but when it comes to just dealing with their bodies, when it's just like, bro, like I don't understand how somebody 70 years old and they never been with a woman is trying to make or make laws about a woman.
My only cans, strictly swerve.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it, fellas. It's just the worst thing to me, man. And then it's worse. It's worse on social media because
social media is horrible.
Like, and people were like, man, people were like, man, you hate men. I'm like, nah, bro. It's just on social media. Just dudes is garbage to women.
I drink this in a glass because it don't come in,
bro. And it'd be like the ones that be in like the trailer parks. If she in a trailer park, you can't be talking about her if you in a trailer park.
You in the trailer park too.
You in the trailer park with her. How about y'all get together with her? Get together with her and you put them trailer parks together and y'all can make a whole one floor. Y'all can make a one-story house. You're not thinking. You thinking she dirty, but you dirty too.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? So like you can sit there and put your double wides together. No, you can put your double wides together and make a one story. But you're not thinking like that. You think
you got a quadruple wide.
Yeah.
6 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms.
Yeah, man.
And y'all can spend all your money on.
You sitting in like Buddy be sitting in his pop house. You know who I'm talking about, Marv. Buddy be sitting in his pop house with the 1980s walls. Talking about women is trash. The women just don't like you because you like 40 with a t-shirt that's all the way down to the middle of your chest that you never washed.
You've been a loser for the majority of your life. Like I'm
all his life.
Like,
and I hope his people see it. You've
been a loser for the majority of your life. Like you've never played anything. Like you've never started at any position. Like in Little League, you didn't start.
Yeah, he a disgrace to his own city, bro. And I love the city, but he a disgrace to it.
Hey,
people in the city don't even know him, but that's none of nobody else's business.
Hey, I'm out here in these streets.
Yeah.
Hey,
all right.
So we're an hour and 34.
We're gonna go to an hour and 40, and then we're gonna close it, right?
Yeah.
Because
my man,
I feel like it is my Philly, the city edition.
Free Mind edition is right.
Yeah, like my man didn't even have my man didn't even have $45, bro. A woman had to pay his own.
My OnlyCans is jumping. I'm about to, as soon as I sign off, I'm gonna start my OnlyCans. As soon as I sign off at the joint.
Hey
My
man,
Chromebook got
this woman,
my Chromebook
hey
got
man, hey,
58%
this
left. I'm
woman.
about to sign up for OnlyFans.
Wait, Mar. Wait, how you broke? How you so broke that you ain't got 45, but a female got to pay your debt, and you in your 40s? How that happen? How is that possible?
I don't know.
Ah, what the hell?
Lonely B. Hold on. Lonely B. I feel like if that's your boy and you let her know she not marriage material, you are 100% entitled to let your boy know she not marriage material.
Well, there's a lot of dudes out here that's broke. There's a lot of dudes out here that's broke that be perpetrating like I'm lonely. I'm alone because I don't see. No, bro, you lonely because your ass is a bum.
I'm
And
not
you shouldn't be
saying.
that. You should,
I'm
you know
not.
what I mean? You gotta have something. I don't care on what level it is. You have to have something to offer. You know
No,
what I mean? Especially when you,
I don't offer
especially
nobody
look, bro. You're
nothing.
seasoned. No. You're seasoned at the age of 40. You're seasoned. So you done went past. You done went past high school. You done went past the college phase. Where is your career?
Bruh.
You know what I mean? Like if you should be getting work.
My
You should be
OnlyFans is
working on retirement. You should be working on retirement at this point. So at this point, you can't be
Hey,
whining to another grown man about women. That doesn't make any sense to me.
my
You can't
only
don't whine to me about nobody wants you.
my
Don't
own-
whine to me about that. Just say you a bum. It's better to say that. Admit you a bum than we can fix it together. I help you.
Hey, Hitman, hold on, Black. Hold on. Hitman 803. I'm about to post my OnlyFans link. We're gonna get some midget strippers. We're gonna get some midget strippers to pop the cans for me.
Make it stop, man. Make it stop. My
We
phone's
gonna
about to die because I ain't
hey,
on the computer.
we got 3 minutes and 17 seconds, and then we gonna
I don't
log
think
on.
it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna make it. So if I
Hey,
die, you already know what it is.
real talk. We done had an amazing show, Philly the podcast.
Please.
Please like, support, follow. We got big things coming. Shout out to
Because
Joe.
I feel like it.
Brandon.
We'll be back
I
next
feel like
Wednesday, 8 o'clock, because I feel like it.
I'm gonna have my
follow the brand. Follow Philly the podcast, but also follow because I feel like it.
tonight. My guys, I have one more show. Yeah, one more. I love my guys, Doris. I love my guy, Black. Shout out to Joe Brandon. Let him too. Like it's gonna be something big. Gonna be something big. We thank y'all for tuning in for the last hour and 37 minutes and 42 seconds. But y'all need to just log off and go find me on OnlyFans. It's called Swerve's Only Cans, and I got midget strippers popping cans of beer for me, and I'm gonna drink them and give them a review. And that's what we gonna do because it's all about the money. Hey, Hitman 803, you gotta hit me your link because I'm gonna send you an Only Cans T-shirt because I'm about to get them made tonight. But this is us. This is because I felt like it. That's our new names going into the week. The Philly City Edition. And because I feel like it, this is our new name starting on next Wednesday. Because I feel like it, IG, follow us. Black, drop your Twitter.
Yep, I did.
She just dropped this Twitter. I appreciate the love. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate y'all following us. This is what we do. Shout out to Brandon. Shout out to Joe. Philly the podcast and Philly the City Edition. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. Hitman, you great. Be my favorite. Hitman 803. You about to be my favorite. I'm gonna send you a T-shirt. When I get my Only Cans popping. And we gonna rock out. I see y'all. Hopefully, I see y'all before next Wednesday because we gonna do some previews for the Commanders and Eagles game. But if I don't see y'all before then, I see y'all next Wednesday, and we are gone. Appreciate the support and love y'all.
Fuck the haters. We out of here.